Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Blackmail, and this movie is directed by Alfred Hitchcock, and it came out in 1929, 95 years ago. And I've never seen this movie before, and I was curious to check it out because it was a movie that's almost 100 years old. I haven't seen any of Alfred Hitchcock's earlier films, and by that I mean his films from the 20s. And this one I enjoyed. I liked it. It's solid for a 20s movie, especially. That's pretty much the best thing it has going for it in a basic summary of it. It's just not comparable when you think about Alfred Hitchcock's later films like Rear Window, Psycho, Suspicion, or like anything else that he's made after this point. It's just almost infinitely better. Like he's responsible for making some of my all-time favorite movies, and I haven't come across any of his movies that I would call bad. And out of everything I've seen, this is definitely his worst movie, or at least my least favorite. I'll have to see the rest of his filmography. But anyways, going back to the film itself, it's well shot, especially for a movie in the 20s, and it communicates information visually very well, and it has basically what you're looking for in an Alfred Hitchcock movie, except I did feel the runtime of this movie, and this movie's only an hour and a half, and there's a big chunk in the middle where it's just nothing happening, and I just wish it was handled better. And overall, I liked the second half better than the first half. The first half had some things going for it, but all in all, I just feel as though there was more to chew on in the second half than the first. And the acting wasn't always great, especially from the female lead. There were points where it was like, you're kind of overacting at points, but for the most part, I thought she was fine. The music worked well in the movie. It wasn't overused. It wasn't used inappropriately. And especially in scenes with dialogue, it was absent completely. And I thought that was a good choice. There were some memorable lines of dialogue, and I did enjoy being like brought back to the 20s. And just like the dialect and just how differently people talked back then. And the characters in this movie were a bit hollow for me until we get to the last 30 minutes. That's when things really pick up for me, and I was a bit more interested in what was going on. Mostly because that's where the plot really gets interesting for me, is the last 30 minutes. And everything before that is setting everything up, and it has a purpose, for sure, but at the same time, in terms of things that I'm personally invested in, it's there, but it's not like the core of what I'm after, really. And also, the plot doesn't even really get started until like 40 minutes into the movie. And that was kind of a big disappointment because I was thinking of something like Dial M for Murder, where like the story just gets started right out of the gate and it doesn't waste any time, where this movie, it takes a long time to get started. There were a couple of side characters that I did like. I did like the one woman who was talking about knives in the one shop. She was kind of funny and memorable. And all in all, this movie was decent. I would recommend it, although I don't really feel like I'll ever rewatch this movie anytime soon. I'll come back to it for sure, just to see where it would rank in an Alfred Hitchcock ranking video that I may or may not get to one day. I need to get on some more ranking videos because I'm sure you guys would enjoy that, but getting a little off topic, one day I'll come back to this movie for sure, and I would recommend that you check this movie out. Just keep in mind that it's not one of Alfred Hitchcock's best movies. Just keep that in mind. I think that's reasonable to say, and it'll set your expectations pretty accurately, I feel. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance, and with all that being said, I'm going to give Blackmail a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Blackmail and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Pixels. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.